One by one, planes take their place and get in line, ready to land at London Heathrow, the world's busiest international airport. On average, 60% of arrivals circle in holding stacks above the airport for up to 20 minutes during peak hours, burning a total of 600 tons of carbon dioxide.
It's not just carbon emissions from planes in the air that we should be concerned about, it's also after they land.
According to a recent report published by BAA, aircraft above Heathrow accounts for 30% of CO2 emissions, and aircraft movement on the ground accounts for almost the same amount. Heathrow is bursting at the seams, operating at 98% capacity. And it's up to the air traffic controllers to conduct the symphony of flights. Peter Tomlinson, a former air traffic controller at Heathrow, now works for NATS, the UK's air traffic control service in Swanwick, near Southampton. He knows the stress of trying to keep operations running smoothly.
If we can improve the efficiency and effectiveness of an airport, then that's really going to pay dividends elsewhere. And if you think in terms of the environmental benefits of that, large airports, around about sort of 1,300, 1,400 flights a day, if you can save just 1 minute of taxi time per flight on average, that equates to over 1 day's worth of taxi time.
And Peter believes the key to unlock congestion and save a day's worth of emissions from taxiing could be in another industry where every second and every turn also counts. Formula One. It was during one of McLaren's cross-industry collaboration workshops 3 years ago that Peter saw the potential in teaming up with McLaren.
It became clear that the pit stop in a racetrack, with the car coming in, changing tyres, refuelling and going out again, actually is pretty similar to an aircraft arriving at an airport, parking at the gates, passengers going off, refuelling and going out.
This is race strategy technology that engineers use to guide the decisions during a race. Information is simplified from the actual complex geometry of a track to a circle. Really all we've done, we've changed the user. The user is now a controller, not a race engineer, and the airport has its own complex geometry, which we, in this case, reduced to something that was more similar to a rectangle.
The pilot study, based on Heathrow, is now in its proof of concept stage and no more than a year away for airports around the world to use. Jeff McGrath says the application of McLaren's technology will be groundbreaking.
To my knowledge, this is a first. NATS is absolutely the market leader in the UK and has invested in this because nothing like it is available. So I would say yes, it's groundbreaking, and that's consistent with actually the mission of McLaren Applied Technologies. We only pursue initiatives that deliver breakthroughs in performance.
To improve efficiency and reduce emissions in the air and on the ground using McLaren's race tracking technology, this could be the shape of things to come. But instead of going round in circles, planes will move around airports in rectangles.